I strip, yeah, I know she can't hold it. You can make me bitch even though she got COVID.
Welcome to Show Face News. You can call me what you want, just don't call me woke. Make sure you subscribe right now. Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you share the video. All right. Salute to YouTubers. YouTube is great. Subscribe to Show Face News. We about to watch this video, man. A black woman on TikTok said Kevin Samuels destroyed the black community. And a black man had this to say about her statements. Let's get into it, shall we? Show Face News. Make sure y'all smash that like button, man.
Ever since Kevin Samuels went viral, it ain't been nothing but problems in the black community as far as relationships.
Problems for who? It wasn't no problem when Waiting to Exhale came out and every black man was casted as a detriment to black relationships. It wasn't no problem when Oprah dropped and drug black men through the mud and became the highest grossing syndicated black talk show host in all the world. It wasn't no problem when TLC dropped No Scrubs and that shit stayed number one on the charts for weeks. It wasn't no problem when y'all kicked us out the house and took our children from us and sent us to prison. Talking about we quoting this man like the Bible. We were saying all of this way before he came out. It just so happened that it took a black man in a suit for you to even listen to us. Now all of a sudden it's a problem. If it wasn't him, it was gonna be somebody else. Talking about we was being led by some random man. Newsflash, whoever the man was, you would have labeled him random. Men ain't shit. We just want them to leave us alone. Dogs, deadbeats, as far as we concerned, we just giving you what you want. It wasn't no problem when Beyonce said we was replaceable. Y'all was hyping her up like the next female Christ. And we don't need to meet him to be led by him. And oh, by the way, he's not the only leader that we got. He just happened to be the only one that's affecting what y'all took for granted. Now you see your provision and protection dwindling, and now all of a sudden it's a problem. It wasn't a problem when these black men was getting taken for child support. He must be an agent. Or it could be that it's a black man saying the same thing that every black man been saying for about the last 40 to 50 years. Can't none of us be genuine? Because if that's the case, you done already gave up on us and we don't want you no way. How many of y'all met Beyonce? How many of y'all met Cardi B? How many of y'all met Megan Thee Stallion? But it's a problem we ain't meet Kevin. First he had to be gay, now he got to be an agent. You skipped one. You should have called on the police first. And we told you this. Y'all been talking all that for the longest. The moment we put something into action, now it's a problem. Abandonment on a mass level, and I'm with it. I guess that's what needs to happen before we come back together. You ain't seen the problem yet. This just the beginning of it. What black community? It's a black environment with black women and black children in it. And everybody know he misspoke. And even if he did say black men supposed to be dating each other, what do you care? You've been calling us gay for the longest. And the reason we ignored the shit is because we weren't going down that path no way. Because we still love black women. But let you tell it it's a problem.
Very well said, in my personal opinion. Very well said. You dig?
The only
Very
leader that we
well
got.
said. My fault, y'all. Very well said. Very well said. You dig? Listen. Check it out, man. A lot of women hate Kevin Samuels. A lot of women want to paint this narrative that Kevin Samuels is a agent, someone who hates black women and etc. This is what they want to paint Kevin Samuels as, right? This is what they've been trying to do. You dig? They've been saying all of these things about Kevin Samuels for the longest. This is nothing new, right? But look. But look, they be saying all this about Kevin Samuels and all that. He's an agent and all that. All because he says something about black women, bro. All because he said there's an issue with black women. Which there is. There's definitely an issue with black women, but not just black women. A lot of women. You know what I'm saying? But listen. Salute to this dude for going in like that. Salute to him for going in like that. Because they always say these things, but when it's something in their favor and a nigga has to suffer, it's never an issue. You dig? It's all of these narcissists All of these female narcissists that come out the woodworks, you know, making these bold statements that really don't make any sense because Kevin Samuels doesn't fit their agenda, because Kevin Samuels is calling you out on your BS. Correct? Because there's a lot of women out here on BS. And if you be 100% honest, Kevin Samuels is not just for black people. Kevin Samuels is for everyone. All men can learn from Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels doesn't just have a black fan base. Kevin Samuels is not, you know what I'm saying? Kevin Samuels don't let's have a black fan base. Every man is multiple men of multiple backgrounds who listen to Kevin Samuels and take advice from Kevin Samuels. You think? He just happens to be one of the bigger top tier people in the what you like to call red pill movement, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? And if you're being 100% honest, and we speaking on red pill, anything red pill content, we have seen that, you know, red pill content is for male improvement. It's for the improvement of men all around. It's not just about women. It's not just about women. It's about self-improvement, male self-improvement. Anything from working out to hygiene to knowing how to dress, etc. That is red pill. Red pill is about self-improvement, male self-improvement. Don't get it twisted. It can change your life for the better. However, it's not for everybody. You understand? It's not for everybody. You dig? But what Kevin Samuels has done, his influence is he's calling out women on a BS. It's not just black women. Even though we know black women are out here doing the most. You know what I'm saying? And being very narcissistic and being very unfair. You dig? We know that. We understand that. That's a fact. You can't be a simp and you can't be out here and acting like that's not a thing, because that's what it is. You know, when you a real man, you can, you know, make these statements. You can make these statements and you're not scared of confrontation, because too many niggas are scared of confrontation. Niggas is scared to call women out on they ish. You feel me? Jedi Grim was popping. What's good? Salute. Salute. You dig? Like I was saying, like, again, if you're a real man, you're not scared of confrontation. Too many dudes are scared of confrontation. Too many dudes are unconfident and don't have the confidence to call women out on they ish. You know I can't curse, it's too early. You feel me? That's the problem. Niggas are scared to call women out because they see they ain't gonna get none. You scared you not gonna pipe. You worried about piping. You trying to get your pipe wet. You trying to splash chicks and all that. You trying to splash. So you scared that you will not get any type of vagina based on, you know, you taking a stance for yourself and having some type of self-respect. You dig? Listen, being a simp won't save you. Like I said, you heard me speak. I said red pill ain't for everybody. Everybody's not meant to be red pill, and every man's not meant to be blue pill. And what that means is every man ain't meant to be a beta male, and every man ain't meant to be alpha male. You dig? You have choices. You choose what you want to be. Whatever fits you in life is for you. You dig? If you think being a blue pill type dude is gonna help you out and it's gonna be something that helps you persevere in life, then hey, that's what it is. If you want to be red pill and red pill is gonna help you out, then that's for you. You dig? But like I said, dudes be scared to confront women, man. Kevin Samuels giving dudes confidence to go ahead and call women out on a BS. You dig? Real talk. That's just what it is. Tez, what's going on, my boy? Salute. But yeah, come on, man. Salute to this dude, man. I might run this video again for y'all in case y'all missed it. I know some of y'all probably missed it. If you are just coming in, make sure you smash that like button. Smash the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. You dig? But let's run the video back for y'all. so y'all could see exactly what's going on here, because I see more people have entered the room. Let's play it right back, shall we? Let's do it.
Ever since Kevin Samuels went viral, it ain't been nothing but problems in the black community as far as relationships.
Problems for who? It wasn't no problem when the XL came out and every black man was casted as a detriment to black relationships. It wasn't no problem when Oprah dropped and drugged black men through the mud and became the highest grossing syndicated black talk show host in all the world. It wasn't no problem when TLC dropped No Scrubs and that shit stayed #1 on the charts for weeks. It wasn't no problem when y'all kicked us out the house and took our children from us and sent us to prison. Talking about we quoting this man like the Bible. We were saying all of this way before he came out. It just so happened that it took a black man in a suit for you to even listen to us. Now all of a sudden it's a problem. If it wasn't him, it was going to be somebody else. Talking about we was being led by some random man. Newsflash, whoever the man was, you would have labeled him random. Men ain't shit. We just want them to leave us alone. Dogs, deadbeats, as far as we concerned, we just giving you what you want. It wasn't no problem when Beyonce said we was replaceable. Y'all was hyping her up like the next female Christ. And we don't need to meet him to be led by him. And oh, by the way, he's not the only leader that we got. He just happened to be the only one that's affecting what y'all took for granted. Now you see your provision and protection dwindling, and now all of a sudden it's a problem. It wasn't a problem when these black men was getting taken for child support. He must be an agent. Or it could be that it's a black man saying the same thing that every black man been saying for about the last 40 to 50 years. Can't none of us be genuine? Because if that's the case, you done already gave up on us and we don't want you no way. How many of y'all met Beyonce? How many of y'all met Cardi B? How many of y'all met Megan Thee Stallion? But it's a problem we ain't meet Kevin. First he had to be gay, now he got to be an agent. You skipped one. You should have called on the police first. And we told you this. Y'all been talking all that for the longest. The moment we put something into action, now it's a problem. Abandonment on a mass level, and I'm with it. I guess that's what needs to happen before we come back together. You ain't seen the problem yet. This just the beginning of it. What black community? It's a black environment with black women and black children in it. And everybody know he misspoke. And even if he did say black men supposed to be dating each other, what do you care? You've been calling us gay for the longest. And the reason we ignored the shit is because we weren't going down that path no way, because we still love black women. But let you tell it, it's a problem.
So that is an aggravated dude who was tired, of the BS. You dig? Like I said, I have seen a lot of women, mainly black women, calling Kevin Samuels an agent. I have seen a lot of women. First, they did first call him a mook. They called him mook. They said he loved men and he hated women. You dig? Emmanuel was good. They said that he hated women and he was a mook. They said he was a full-blown mook. They went from that to calling the man an agent. You dig? Listen. Just because, and these things are coming from a bunch of unhealed women, by the way. All women do not hate Kevin Samuels. There are women out here that understand the message at hand. You dig? Everyone understands the message at hand. You dig? Like I said, there's a lot of men who don't want no confrontation, who are not willing to call women out, who are not setting standards for themselves, having any type of self-respect. You understand? And literally letting women just walk them around and being wrapped around women's fingers, letting them do whatever. As soon as somebody calls out that behavior and puts women in their place, it is a problem. You dig? We live in a time where there's a huge lack of submissive women. There are women who look at women being submissive as something that is slave-like, which is sad within itself. You dig? You got a whole, we living in a thought culture, a slut culture. This is the type of culture we living in right now in these times. You dig? Everything that a woman does at this point is justified. You know what I'm saying? You got too many simps, dudes buying OnlyFans and all that. That's all simp behavior. You dig? And if you are a simp, maybe you want to live the simp lifestyle. But again, all of that simping is the reason that we are in the state that we in right now, because niggas keep putting these chicks on a pedestal. You understand? You making chicks who are easy to smash look hard to smash when these chicks is easy. You understand? We're not talking about every woman. We're not talking about every woman, but like I said, you niggas is making chicks that are easy to hit look hard to hit, and it's not hard at all. You dig? You just doing too much. You feel me? You putting all your eggs in one basket. You putting the woman on a pedestal. A nigga like Kevin Samuels comes around like your uncle that you never had and puts it all on the table for you, dropping jewels on you. As soon as you up your game, it's a problem. You feel me? There ain't enough niggas that's laced with the game out here, nigga. There ain't enough niggas that's laced with the game like that. And they definitely ain't trying to promote somebody who is laced with the game. You feel me? Emmanuel says, we not talking about every woman, but we talking about every woman. Nah, we not talking about every woman, bro. Respectfully, we not talking about every woman. You dig? But here's my point, man. Kevin Samuels is like the uncle you never had. Like I said, I've known about Kevin Samuels way before all of this stuff came about, because before Kevin Samuels was doing the Instagram lives and talking to these women on FaceTime, face to face and all that, you know, online, he actually was showing niggas how to dress better. The type of, you know, apparel you should get, the type of colognes you should get, and etc. He was putting niggas on to game how to dress better, how to look better, because the man is image consultant. Kevin Samuels originally is an image consultant. You feel me? The man is an image consultant. So he was putting niggas on to what to wear as men. You know what I'm saying? The best shoes to wear, etc. He was teaching niggas the game that certain niggas that didn't have fathers, they didn't get that knowledge. So he was dropping jewels on them and giving them that knowledge. You understand? That's what Kevin Samuels originally was doing before we even got to that red pill stuff. You feel me? Shalom, what's good? You said that man ain't said nothing my dad ain't told me when I was growing up. Yeah, but you know what? The problem is a lot of people ain't have fathers though. So salute, because a lot of people ain't have fathers. You know what I'm saying? So it's good that you even got somebody there to say something, because a lot of people don't have a man there to tell them anything. They'll be out here all game goofy, not knowing how things go. You feel me? Out here getting used and abused by these women, because women abuse men a lot. You feel me? We can't act like abuse is only coming from men. It's coming from both sides. You dig? Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? You know, my father ain't teach me none of this stuff neither. But you gotta learn, man. You gotta learn somehow, some way. So as soon as men is happy, stepping their game up, it's a problem. Notice that a lot of the women that have issues with Kevin Samuels have issues themselves. The women that really have issues with Kevin Samuels are still women that are super duper narcissists. They have issues themselves. You understand? They don't like seeing a grown man put them in a place. They don't want to see it. You don't want to see a man being a man is offensive in general. This has nothing to do with color. A man being a man in general is offensive. You dig? Real talk. They don't want to see no man being a man. A man being a man is so-called toxic masculinity. You dig? But guess what? If you a man and you understand how this world works, how these chicks are, and etc., you know you're gonna have to be a cold nigga in these streets. You're not gonna survive unless you're a cold nigga. You can't show love to everybody. Everybody's not your friend. And you have to be ready for confrontation sometimes. You can't avoid confrontation because you scared or this, that, and the third. You dig? And we're not talking about confrontation as throwing hands with people, because you know you can't fight everybody, number one. You know, because that can turn into a dangerous situation. We talking about confrontation as far as, you know, dealing with women, you know, putting standards up. You got to put standards on yourself. You dig? You got to put standards on yourself. As soon as you start changing up for the better, that's when the women are going to start complaining, because they can't disrespect you like they was, because they was getting benefits off of disrespecting you. They were getting benefits off of your own stress, off of your own misery. Women was eating off your misery. As soon as a nigga puts everyone on game, it's a problem. Because as long as they was eating off your shortcomings, it was fine. It was fine. As long as it was eating off your shortcomings, it was fine. You dig? And a lot of them don't understand this. And that goes into the realm of delusion, because there's a lot of delusional women that are out here. And this is what you get as a result. You feel me? So, again, like Kevin Samuels said, a lot of women are going to die alone with a bunch of pets, cats and dogs, bearded dragons, and etc. He's not lying about this. That's just what it is. You got chicks as young as 20 years old with 2 and 3 kids already. You think someone is going to want them? You understand? The man that they want, they're not going to get, because you come in with a bunch of children. You 20 years old and you got 2 and 3 kids already. Nobody wants you. You dig? Nobody wants to build with you. Where is those kids' fathers at? Jail? Well, that's unfortunate. You dig? And they big up the strong single mothers. These kids need a mother and father. If you're being 100% honest, these children need a mother and father. These children need a mother and father. You dig? The kids need a mother and father, bro. Respectfully, they need both. Let's be honest here. Kids should not be growing up without a father or without a mother. So for you to be just, throwing the box at whoever and getting pregnant, and you know the type of nigga that you're dealing with, well, that's all on you. And you are responsible for, raising them kids and choosing someone to create those kids with that isn't about anything and is a jailbird and will not be supporting his own kids. And they probably will never see their father ever unless they do a jail visit. You dig? Let's be 100. We got to call it what it is, man. Like I said, salute to Kevin Samuels. Like I said, I was watching Kevin Samuels on YouTube when he was just an image consultant. Because remember, Kevin Samuels didn't start off doing all the red pill stuff. He was an image consultant. He still is an image consultant, and he gets paid to be an image consultant. He was teaching niggas how to dress, what to wear, things like that. Things that your father never taught you, if your father was in your life or not. You feel me? Like I said, Kevin Samuels is like the uncle you never got to have. You feel me? Pretty much. So there's that. Like I said, the only reason that Kevin Samuels is an issue to these women is because they don't get to profit off of men's shortcomings like they used to. This man is not tolerating the disrespect. You feel me? The games, the disrespect, etc. It's all not tolerated. He's not tolerated. You shouldn't tolerate it either. You shouldn't tolerate it either. I'm just saying. I don't tolerate it. You shouldn't tolerate it. You understand? Because a woman ain't tolerating it for nothing. A woman sure ain't tolerating it, so why should you tolerate it? You feel me? That's all. Salute to Kevin Samuels. Salute to this dude on the video who's barking because he's telling the truth. How is Kevin Samuels an agent to the black community? How did Kevin Samuels destroy the black community? You know what I'm saying? If a dude does not want to get with a black woman, who cares? Who really cares? Because they will champion any black woman who gets with a dude outside their race. But as soon as a man does it, he's a sellout. He's a coon. He's this, that, and the third. He should have got with a black woman, but you didn't want him. But as soon as he goes outside his race for love and finds someone who can be a companion, it's an issue. You see where the narcissism is going, right? Y'all see where it's going, right? Malcolm Middleton said, yeah, how many Martin Marguses are there? I don't know. You dig? Point being, like I said, there's a number of black women who are damaged and they need to fix themselves, man. And that is reality. The reality is there's a lot of damaged black women who need healing and need repairs because they're going about it the wrong way. You can't be offended by everything and get mad because you witnessing a man do something that's foreign to you because you never had a father or had any men in your life that were actual men. You feel me? You never had men in your life that were actual men who were going to, have respect for themselves and not allow you to disrespect them. You dig? Because a lot of women have a hard time not being disrespectful and thinking that it's cute to be disrespectful. And nobody's checking them. Nobody's leaving them where they stand. You understand? So now those women are kind of suffering right now and coming to a realization that's kind of scary. You dig? And that's why they say what they say about Kevin Samuels and other YouTubers and vloggers like Kevin Samuels. This is why they have an issue. Like I said, salute to this man right here in the video, man. Salute to him. He only stated nothing but facts. How can Kevin Samuels be destructive to the black community? That don't even make sense. They say because he talks bad about black women. I'm like, well, when there's a lot of black women that are doing what they're doing, how can he not say what he's saying? And he's never said that he hated black women. He's never said to hate black women, but this is what y'all got out of it. Whatever y'all took from it is what y'all got out of it, and y'all wasn't even listening to the message at hand. you feel me? And they wasn't even listening to the message at hand. So there's that. But hey, like I said, this dude right here spoke the truth in this video. You understand? And that's a fact. People can't handle the truth. Mainly women. Women hate the truth. Women hate the truth. And the truth right now is gonna be ugly if changes are not made now. And to be 100% honest with you, there are women who can make drastic changes. However, they've already made too many life mistakes for it to be, for those changes to really come into action, man. They can do as much changing as they want, but a lot of them already had a kid with two or three dudes already. A lot of them already did all the things you can do to really mess up where you stand in the so-called dating market or what have you. You feel me? Dudes is not wifing up a chick who has multiple kids and etc. Dudes do not want to deal with other women's kids. A simp does. A simp, somebody who is a simp, will deal with other dudes' kids, but the majority are not trying to help raise nobody's kid. That's why they don't want a relationship to begin with. Because who wants to deal with someone else's child? That's not theirs. It's not their responsibility. It is the father's responsibility. But the father is out here in these streets, in jail, whatever the case may be. You dig? And there's also dangers. There's also dangers with, actually, getting with single mothers and etc. There's dangers to that as well. But we gonna save that for another conversation. You feel me? They don't want to hear that, and they're gonna stone me behind the whole single mother thing. So we gonna leave that as is. You dig? But like I said, This is just the reality of things, and we live in a very sensitive time. People are very sensitive now, so they try to cancel anyone. But in hindsight, the more you try to cancel someone is the more promo you actually give them based on, depending on what that might be. But yeah, y'all see what's going on, man. Y'all see what's happening with y'all make sure y'all smash that like button and hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to Showface News. You dig? You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Clyde the Beast. Salute to the chat. Smash the like button and subscribe. I will be live again soon with more content. Y'all be easy. I'll be back. Peace.